so hello everybody.
All right, great.
I am Demo, and with me is Oddtom, and we are going to be running Harvest Moon 64 Elli Marriage. We are doing a little bit of a different strategy. This run ends with a kind of a hype equalizer with the dog race to get our lumber, so Oddtom, I'm sitting on the file select, so let me know. You can count us down.
All right, let me get there. I may actually have a file here. Oh, all of my files are full. All right, I'm cleared, ready to go.
All right, count it out.
Where do you want to start from?
All right, we're gonna do 3, 2, 1, go. Okay.
3, 2, 1, go. Sounds good.
Ready when you are.
All right. 3, 2, 1, go.
Good luck. So this is Harvest Moon 64. For anyone who doesn't know, there are a few requirements for marriage in Harvest Moon 64. The first one is to get the girl to 220 affection points, which is slightly above a pink heart. The second is to own a kitchen, which requires 5,000 lumber. Or, I'm sorry, 5,000
gold.
5,000 money. 5,000 lumber would be really bad.
You got it.
And 450 lumber. And we get our money through kind of a lazy way. And we get our lumber through the dog race later on. And we use a few betting glitches along the way.
Yeah, but other than that, there's going to be a lot of sleeping.
That is true.
We come out of our cave on very specific days.
Oddtom and I will be playing very specific days, and the reason for that is because we are mainly only going to be playing days where Elli and Rick are available at the same time, which in our particular run here with Elli happened to be Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and it has to be sunny. If it's rainy, Rick is unavailable. And the reason for Rick is because Rick has the ability to fix these music boxes, which I just dug up on my stream here.
Good timing.
So the music boxes are actually like our main source of affection. They give 5 points per. It does take a little bit of time to get all the affection points we need, and then the dog race is at the end, which is, you know, a little unfortunate, but it is the fastest way to do this. Oddtom is going to be using like the tried and true chicken route, and I am going to be doing something a little crazy, and we're going to be trying to catch some fish. Elli likes eggs, and Elli likes fish as long as they are medium or large. So I got a medium today, which was great. So intro boosts in Harvest Moon 64 are a really convenient thing, but you have to be careful that you don't talk to them for the first time while you have a gift in your hand, because they will eat your gift. You will get no gift boost at all. So we end up being really careful about that. No, she does not like small. Well, she likes small fish just as much as she likes anything else, but medium and large fish for sure. She does not have portion control.
Wonder if that was on purpose. There's no way. There's no way that was on purpose.
Probably. I mean, Japanese culture. I don't know.
Yeah, you would like it to be on purpose.
I would like it to be on purpose. I think that would be pretty funny, but
it would be pretty funny.
Elli does have quite a few dialogue options that are asking about her weight. Like, I'm pretty sure she asks you multiple times throughout the run if she looks heavy.
And you get these two options, and there's like, and.
Yeah.
And those are your two options. It's actually a pretty funny sequence.
So I might mess up my days a few times here. If anyone has watched me play this game, they know that I'm very verbal and I like to say my days out loud, and
it does help.
It helps a lot, and I don't want to mess up.
Use the opponent.
Yes, I don't want to mess up Oddtom, so I'm gonna try my best not to be like, okay, today is blank. Unlike other games in the series, this game came from a time before they discovered that you could put the day on the screen. So in order to check the day, you have to pause, which is obviously very slow.
But the worst consequence is sleeping through one of those important days.
That is true. We could technically play weekends, except for Sunday. Elli is literally nowhere. She does not exist on Sundays. But Rick has a 50-50 on Saturday and Sunday. And that's actually one of the big things you have to learn when you're trying to speedrun this game, is you're really just trying to pay attention to people's schedules. So these marriage runs are more or less the same. I mean, Karen is an anomaly, but the other four are very similar with the exception of different days that you play and different gifts that you give. But yeah, it's actually a really, really calm run, except for the end.
The dog race is probably the least calm part of all.
Yeah, so you do this 50-minute or so affection grinding, and then all the while we're inching closer to the dog race, which happens in winter. And then we use a betting glitch to try to win some medals at the dog race to buy our lumber.
Keyword being try.
Try, yes, the most important word there, because we have to bet on a dog that is not so good in order to win enough medals to buy the lumber that we need.
We get 6 dogs, different odds, and it's not like poker where you can say, you know what, I'm gonna trade these 2 dogs in for a different odd. Like, what you see is what you get. Sure, would be nice though if you had like 2 sleep darts you could use. Send 2 of the dogs to sleep on the line.
Yeah, I mean, any way to manipulate it would be fantastic. I am encountering the very rare I caught a fish too early, so now I still have to wait around for Rick.
I'll go for another one.
I should have, but I'm already standing in front of Rick's, so. I won't have that extra time later when I'm digging up a new music box every morning, so. Was not really realizing how early it was. And I don't think I finished the list of marriage requirements. The last one is that you need to buy a blue feather for 1,000 G, but Rick is your buddy and he gives it to you for 980.
I think he's just trying to get rid of it.
So that means we need 5980 G and 450 lumber for the whole run. Which isn't that much considering we can get like 11,000 G for free on the way to the dog race. I mean, I say for free. It costs like a minute for every 1,000. But it's relatively free. Oh, I fished up a small.
Worthless.
Feel like that's not the first time that's gonna happen. Oh, 2 smalls. Oh, Jesus.
Hey, maybe you can both tour at once.
Yeah, I don't think that works.
Trick her. No.
What if I just mashed them together?
You know. No, I don't think that'd work either.
It would not work. It's actually really painful to give these large fish away to Ellie because they're worth so much money. But oh well, this isn't a category where money is our main concern.
Well, you know, if you get 8 of them, you could just buy a chicken.
The thing is, I'm gonna have given Ellie enough money that I could have bought several chickens. Ooh,
Well, she's
so
into money.
Oddtom, we have one of the best questions I've ever received. Sherry asks, "Fishing is so tough in this game. Any tips for it?"
Oh.
No, not like. My tip for fishing in this game is like use a fingernail on the very edge of the button, and like the second you see any movement at all, like just move your fingernail. It's like a very tight window.
Yeah, you can scare yourself out of it too. You
Yeah.
know, you pull it back when you think you see something.
Yeah, I keep such a light touch on the button that like if I breathe, my thumb comes up. So it's tough.
Yeah, especially when you're waiting there for 2 minutes, but you're holding your breath for.
Yeah, I mean it depends. Also, like we used to use fishing a lot more when we didn't think to go all the way to the dog race, because fishing is good money. But fishing is also like the anti-chat looking at thing, because like if I see the chat moving and I'm fishing, like I'm gonna miss the fish 100%. Oops.
Yeah, and then you look like a zombie. You're just staring at your screen, like where.
Yeah,
But you have to.
you really do. There are like variable timings for how long the fish stays on the hook, but like in general, it is not long at all. Okay, Oddtom, where are you at?
I'm fall second.
What?
What? Yeah, I'm skipping around quite a bit.
Okay, so you slept quite a bit. Hey, Cyrene.
Yeah, Ellie's for me. Ellie's probably about 20.
Okay.
So we have the Harvest Festival coming up, and if I'm
Oh, did you
if
already?
I do happen to be.
Did you already dance and everything?
Yes, I did.
Feel free to be talking about your route as well, because we are on two completely different ends here.
Gotcha. Yeah, I haven't really even started mine yet. I'm still kind of hopping around doing the festivals.
So I just got a rainy Monday, which means that I will be skipping it. And I got a rainy Tuesday, so I will be skipping that as well.
Good start. Yeah, I skipped her birthday, so I think we're about on the same page.
Well, I should be at a decent amount of affection. Rick is already fixing my music boxes, so it's not too bad. But now I'm going to get to the point of the run where every morning I have to dig up a new music box, which means that I got to switch tools around and do all this other stuff while I'm trying to catch my fish here. You just saw me run back inside a couple times. You have to clear people off the farm before you can dig up the music box. I guess it's like a secret. And, if anyone's on the farm, you cannot dig up the music box. It's like a very, very common question. People are like, oh, I dug in that spot and no music box. And, well, that's the reason. And it's very, very easy to forget.
And there's plenty of ways to screw that up too. Just fixing it or hitting over 10 while someone's on the farm, and then the count cycles and you can't dig one up because it's
right. You have to like till a new tile. There's a bunch of nuance to it, but in general, if you just clear the people off the front of your farm and dig it up in the morning, you should not have too many issues. But, you know, people can walk onto your farm at any point while you're digging it up and kind of screw you. I just missed a fish.
Well, that's what you get for talking.
That is literally what it was. I just missed 2 fishes in a row. Fishes. Fish plural.
All right, it sounds like you're doing it backwards from what I'm doing. So I'm headed straight to the dog race, and I'm going to be...
Oh, you're doing dog race first. See, that
Right,
is...
so I'll be doing the chicken during the next spring.
Gotcha. So that is definitely...
yeah, you're doing affection first.
It's definitely viable, and like when you're doing runs that like you are freely able to reset, doing the dog race first makes a lot of sense because you can reset faster if you lose the dog race. But in this marathon run, we don't really have the luxury. So I believe Oddtom and I are both checking out the marathon chat, so if anyone has any more questions, feel free. At this point, I'm just going to be fishing and repeating.
I actually don't have it open.
Oh, never mind. Well, I will read the questions as they come.
Please do. I forgot about that. I closed it out to. Yeah, I need to use as much of this. My internet's not so great, so I'm trying to use as much of it for streaming as possible.
Yeah, that makes sense. When Cruel switched us over to live, I dropped like 300 frames and my heart stopped. I was like, no, please.
All right, so I just passed the Harvest Festival. I did not win the king. It is kind of neat when you win the king there because you can take Elli up in the balloon during the next spring.
Yeah, that is very, very nice. Also, the Harvest Festival in general is just nice during an Elli run because you can just mash the text and you're already talking to her because you ate the cake.
Oh yeah, she's already there.
Because there are definitely times when I've done the Harvest Festival on other bachelorettes and I just keep spamming A and then I end up dancing with Elli and I'm like, welp.
Yeah, in all photos, I think it's Anne. You're supposed to dance with Anne, but sometimes you just don't make it. Are you like so happy that you finally got the coin that you're just mashing A?
So I believe today is a day where I can vote on the... Yes. So I am going to vote for Maria. I really just want anyone but Elli to win. Sherry asks, I get bored playing Harvest Moon sometimes, so in speedrunning this game, do you ever get bored? I would say that I do not. There's definitely each run has like a lull point. Like when you're doing the main loop, it gets a little repetitive.
That's also when it's the most dangerous because you let your guard down and you stop kind of thinking. And then you sleep through an important day or
go out on a festival day.
Raining.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So that's I want to say the fact that it's boring is part of the challenge.
Yeah, it's like
it's
you get lulled into a false sense of security. Like
the game is built so that like you just kind of relax and just kind of go into the game without thinking, and then you kind of forget what day it is or what you get into a habit instead of it's actually kind of interesting.
I've talked about this a little bit before, but like the entire game, the entire community, like any one of us could vouch for this. Like it's more interesting to route it than it is to actually do it.
Absolutely.
Like, well, I mean, doing it the first time and like proving that your route is good is a good feeling, but repetitively grinding this game to try to get a lower time ends up being a little stale.
And that's what happens when your strategy includes some very lucky maneuvers.
Yeah. When we find out the best thing to do is like percentage chance of something happening, that's never a good feeling. So I'm actually getting extremely lucky with these fish. I am the medium fish king right now.
That's good to hear.
And so, yeah, I remember talking about losing focus and going out on the wrong days and all that stuff.
We were literally just talking about that.
I just checked the bakery on a Monday, and the bakery is closed on a Monday. Now, this is, like, I had this knowledge in, like, kindergarten. This is not, like, a highly advanced speedrunning technique that I messed up. This is literally just me going, oh, I'm going to do everything the same as every other day when it was a Monday. So I had to run back and give Ellie a gift when she was in the mountains, but overall not like a horrible mistake, just like a, 20 seconds here or there.
Oh, no, I literally just did the same exact thing.
Yeah, I mean, it happens.
The same thing. I was sitting here laughing at you for it, and then I went to the bakery, and it's a Monday.
Yep.
Just
very, very, very common,
thing.
especially when you're bouncing between running the different girls. You just like, oh, I'm going to play a Thursday, and then you realize you're doing Anne, and that Anne could be in any one of 4 places, and 2 of them are inconvenient. Or, like you're trying to find Karen, and it's a day where she is 50% of the time not there.
Or it's like a festival day and nothing is open. You're like, why is? And you sit around waiting for it to open. Like, oh, it's 9 a.m. It should be open now. It's like, oh wait, no, it's a festival day.
Speaking of festival days, I am on my way to the Flower Festival, which Oddtom did like at least 15 minutes ago.
Yeah, I've missed actually several kind of key things here. I'm trying to run with it. Like I missed her birthday, and then I tried to give gifts to them before I met them.
Feasible Weasel asks, Oddtom is getting so many cutscenes and events that demo is skipping. What's the difference? Are the cutscenes that important? So I can't see Oddtom's screen right now.
They're the work cutscenes.
Yes.
He's just not there yet. He will get there.
We are taking 2 very different routes. So Oddtom slept a bunch at the beginning. And he's going to do the part that I'm doing now later on, and I'm doing this part now, and I'm going to be doing the part that he's doing later on. So 2 different methods. We should both be ending around the same time still. We'll see. I'm currently dancing with Elli. She is actually a bottom tier dancer.
You're a dance judge now?
She is only surpassed in bad dancing skills by Maria, who you can see at the top of my screen right now doing a chicken dance.
Chicken dance.
And
it's funny because it's true.
So the dancing tier list is Karen, then Anne, and like Potpourri and Ellie are kind of tied, and then Maria is, warming the bench. No one's asking her to dance. Which girl do you think has the most interesting routing challenges? That is a lovely question.
Huh. Wow. I would actually say Ellie because of the variability. There's the fish, first of all, and second of all, the cows. There's a...
Yeah, we do have a theoretical third Ellie route as well. Ellie does have convenient gifts, so there are a lot of ways you can handle her run. Doing chickens is actually kind of dangerous because chickens can eat a typhoon and die in a blink of an eye, and you're just like, oh, okay, my run is now over. Yeah, Karen had some interesting challenges as well, because for her, that was the way we figured out, okay, what's the fastest way to get money in lumber, because her affection is so easy. If
it's
anyone,
almost not even a factor.
Yeah.
Like, affection for her is just, it's not even, it's one move, and that's it.
If if anyone out there is interested in running the game, this is kind of usually how I can tell you which one is the most challenging or interesting. So if anyone wants to learn the game, I would recommend Karen. And if you don't want to do Karen because you don't really get to do the fun affection part, I would say do Potpourri.
There you go. Yeah.
Potpourri has very easy, accessible gifts. You can just find flowers in spring and summer and get her to where she needs to be very quickly. Beyond that, Maria is probably what I would consider the third easiest, because she has... her affection gains are a little odd. She does like cabbages the best, but she gets +2 for almost every gift instead of +1 like most people. So she's relatively easy, but she has an additional challenge in that the library is closed sometimes.
Oh yeah, that's fun.
Like summer 1 through 10 and winter 1 through 10, the library
And
is
you really
closed.
have to be paying attention to the date.
Yes. She is very easy to mess up, where you check the library and you're like, oh, I'm dumb. And then that leaves the two remaining to be Elli and Anne. And at this point, I think Anne is kind of solved. I'm always reluctant to say that, because then someone's going to be like...
Yeah.
Someone's going to be like, well,
find something.
why don't you do this other glitch and just use wool? And it's like, oh.
And like, whoa, I don't know. That's actually a very good idea.
But Anne is like relatively solved. We plant potatoes in spring and we give her as many potatoes as we can, and then before summer hits, we fill our rucksack with potatoes.
Mm-hmm.
And then Elli is the one. Elli is the one who has the most diverse route, I think. Someone is asking about the volume. Is it anything specific? Is it the microphone volume? Is it the game volume? Or is it like the marathon as a whole? So I actually couldn't get a fish because I was reading chat, but I did manage to get some extras a few days ago, so not the end of the world.
You know, actually going back to that Karen route, I think one of the things that makes it great for a beginner run is that it's half the length of all of the other ones.
Well, and it does teach you some... It teaches you some skills. You have to know Karen's schedule when you're trying to use the dog glitch on her, and you have to know when you're trying to propose. You have to know where she's going to be.
Yeah, you have to count. Counting
and yes,
is
there's also
important.
keeping track of the day. It's
Which, you know, if you're off by one, you just be off by one, and that's it. You miss the dog race, or you miss another important date.
Yeah,
it's
I
very
don't
easy to do.
I don't want to keep harping on it, but it's like the number one skill in this game is like being able to know where you are on the calendar without opening the pause menu. That's like one of the biggest things you can do to save time.
Like thing number 2 is knowing what the relative affection is. But yeah, I'd say that's number one time loss is opening the pause menu to check the day.
Or just, well, I guess there's also like having notes open that let you know when festival days are or what days you are or aren't supposed to be playing. Like, I'm actually glad that we're talking about this right now because it is a Monday for me, and I was going to definitely run to the bakery.
It's summer now for you, right? That's beach.
No,
it's not summer.
it's not summer. How dare you?
Oh, my bad.
It is. I'm towards the end of spring right now, so she's still gonna be in the mountains. How did I miss that fish? Hey, good morning.
Ooh, morning. Morning?
Well, for somebody, it's morning, right?
Fair enough. I think technically speaking, it's my late night.
Yeah, Oddtom, I just have not heard anything from you since you switched your work schedule.
Oh my goodness, it was not my choice, I'll tell you that. Yeah, they put me from first to third. I went from like operations to janitor. So, yeah, I'm working now like 7:30 p.m. to about 4:30 a.m. Sleep for about a couple hours and stream Harvest Moon.
So yeah, your schedule, you would not be easy to find.
This is about 3 a.m. for me, relatively speaking. Yeah, there's just not been a lot of time for it.
Oddtom, did you get any typhoons when you were sleeping through summer?
Not that I'm aware of.
It shouldn't matter. If you don't get terrible rain luck in spring, you shouldn't even need the chicken past summer too much, if at all.
Yeah, I've missed some important deadlines here, and I almost missed the hot springs work. Yeah, I'm just out of practice. That's what I am.
Yeah.
If I did this 2 or 3 times, I'd be a lot better at it. This is just my first time playing in a while.
Oddtom, I do want to remind you, since I don't even know, this has been so like recently discovered that I actually don't even know if you know about it.
I don't. I feel like I've been behind on everything recently.
So, you know how sometimes we had issue with Elli's ankle?
Yes.
Yeah, we figured that out.
Sometimes, like all the time, like every single run.
Yeah, you want to know why that is? We figured that out. If you don't ever get the fishing pole, the fisherman just like completely ruins everyone's positions on that first screen.
With the fishing pole.
Yes.
The fishing rod.
Yes.
Like that's it. That's the solution. The fishing rod.
Yes. If you have the fishing pole, and you've like cleared the fisherman off that screen, you get the ankle 100% of the time.
No kidding.
It's.
What if it's winter? What if
you can still get the fishing pole in winter.
Wait, the fisherman is. I thought the fisherman disappeared in the winter.
The reason that we actually discovered it is because we have issues getting the power berry out of the pond rock if the fisherman is still standing there.
Gotcha. No, good catch. Wow.
So 20 years later, speaking of everyone, if you didn't know, the 20th anniversary of this game just passed a few days ago.
Hey.
So that's pretty exciting. But yeah, 20 years later, we're still making discoveries. And by we, I mean mostly Desert, because he's way smarter.
Yeah. 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 He's found like everything.
So there is a category of this game called All Photos, and it went from being a 9.5-hour run to a 6-hour and 50-minute run because Desert Penguin is a glitch finding a harvest god.
And not just 64 either, like just across the board. Just all the, like, if there's a crack in the armor in any of the games in the Harvest Moon series, like he'll find it. Okay, I'm at everybody's favorite part, math.
Math?
And getting lucky.
Oh, you're already at the dog race, okay.
Yeah. Including this little, Desert found this little glitch here where you can move the, you can increase your bets faster by, what is it? It's actually hard to describe. He was a lot better at describing it. How you hold the controller, you reset the default so that you just kind of wave it across the top and it hits up in just a hugely rapid succession. And usually you have to sit there and wait, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or, spam up. I don't actually. So I was watching my dog. My dog lost.
You know what? We've been there. We've all been there.
Well, let me know when you catch up to me. I may be here for a bit.
Like my Ellie's at Green Heart. You know, I'm in summer. I'm on my way.
Okay, I'm feeling pretty good about this one. This one's actually a really good spread.
Good, good. You can kind of tell if it's going to be a good dog race or not based on the rest of the dogs. Like, if it's a bunch of crappy dogs, then it's like, oh, this is great. There's been a few times where it's like, you get a 6-odd dog or a 7-odd dog, and then the rest of them are like 10 or above, and you're like, oh my god, jackpot. But it doesn't happen too often.
There's just betting on the dogs. There's an entire like list of strategies for betting on the dogs. You know, winning the first one, winning at all three, different ways of calculating the numbers to bet. There's at least 3 or 4 different strategies that I'm aware of for winning the lumber in the dog race.
Yeah.
It depends on which one you're doing. It depends on, I guess, personal preference. How you're doing with money, how many medals you currently have.
Right. You can go wide or you can go tall. Like,
that's a good way of describing it.
I like to find the 6 or 7-odd dog and bet more medals on them and just hope. But you know, you could also find the 3 worst dogs and bet on those dogs, and you know, it's like, well, do I have a better chance with multiple dogs, or do I have a better chance with one dog, but it's like slightly faster, you know? And I mean, at the end of the day, it's just luck. We've literally seen the worst dogs win against 1-odds, not often, but we've seen it. I have a typhoon.
Well, at least you don't have a chicken.
That's, you know what? That was the best sounding typhoon ever, because I knew I didn't have to worry about it. It is a Monday for me, and it is now summer. Oddtom spoiled it before, but now Elli will be at the beach. Elli actually has a different Monday schedule during summer.
You know, I only brought it up because you've asked me at least like 2 times during a stream, like, where's Elli? She's not in the mountains. Where is she?
Listen, okay.
Yeah, we all have these weaknesses. I know we've put these false memories into our head, and then
I actually think that I've run Elli the least of all of the girls. I don't know if that's true, but it feels
that's
true.
Why you don't know her location.
That's exactly.
Hey, that's actually how I got into this game, is running Elli. You kept beating my time. I got the best Elli time, and I was like, yes, all right, I got it. And then like 2 hours later, Demo has beaten your best time. Are you kidding me?
Listen, you know.
So does this guy have a life? I don't know.
I like the game. I don't like Elli. But if anyone beats my time, I will play Elli runs. I don't like to. It's like when people beat the Karen time, which has happened multiple times, and I'm just like, I gotta do this now. Okay, I was not able to find a fish, and it's noon, so I'm calling it. I have an extra in my bag.
Hey, no worries. I'm going on to day 2 of the dog race, so it's all good.
Oh, you had to reset? You lost all 3?
I did. We'll see how you do.
That happens. The reason that I prefer to like race this is I know our odds are better that one of us will have a good dog race. Because, you know, I can't imagine doing these Harvest Moon 64 marriage runs in a marathon and then just being like, guys, I have to reset the dog race 4 times and there's nothing that I can do.
Yeah.
I was also just waiting outside the bakery, even though I literally came from the beach. So it was Monday. I went to the beach to give Elli a gift, and then I walked up to the bakery door and stood there.
Habit. Someone's fallen into habit. All right, I got a 7 odd and a 6 odd. This is
That's the one. That is
That's
the
all I
one.
got.
But is it going to be the 7
all I
or is
got.
it going to be the 6? Or
Well, I'm betting
do,
on both.
do you have
I got a
enough to bet on
15.
both?
That's probably not. I do have enough to bet on both. Yeah. Thing is, there's an 8 odd in there too, and I can only choose 2 out of the 3.
I don't know. What are you feeling? I see. My betting strategy is I would go 6-7. I would absolutely go 6-7.
I definitely went demo strats on this one. 6 is 84. 7 is what? 72.
Yep.
Okay. Yay, math.
He's exaggerating on the math, by the way. If anyone's like scared about that, like we literally just have a table.
Yeah, that's true. We like to sound all cool and stuff, but for ones like this, it's. No, my dog didn't win. Guess it was the 1 odd dog that won.
Oh, what a surprise!
Yeah, 0 medals for me. Yeah, the math is more for the photos run, not anything else. The other ones, you want to win 500 in one race, so it's just a chart that you look at, and then you have to figure out which ones you can afford to bet for. Yeah, you only have to do math when you get like a ridiculously weird number, like 37, and you're just like, wait, how many 37s going to 500?
Like, that's how lazy I am. That like my table goes all the way down. My table goes down to 46.
Wait, what is the maximum number?
The worst I've seen is 46.
46. Okay.
I don't know what the theoretical lowest is, but the lowest that I've personally seen is a 46. I've seen a 46 and a 42. And in one of those cases, the 42 won. Which is nuts.
That's bizarre. I need my sleep dart. I gotta buy a sleep dart from the mayor.
Oh, Desert says he thinks it's 49. So I gotta fix my table.
Oh, the highest number. Oh my goodness. I was looking at this 11 odd dog, and I was like, 11 plus 46, right? And then you said it's 49, so I'd be like 3 medals short. My mind was completely somewhere else.
Sorry. Doing a couple day checks over here because, you know, I can't keep track of the day without saying it out loud because I have issues.
Well, yeah, and we've been talking about other things, and then what? 3 days passed, 4 days passed.
Yeah, we're talking numbers,
what
and then
day
I'm
is
like,
it?
wait a minute, yeah, what day is it?
I got 2 1s in this one. I'm just gonna reset. All right, day 3 of the dog race. This is like the harvest festival, trying to get the coin.
I mean, it can get that bad, yeah. How you just were doing a practice run before you started today, and you said you were doing the dog race for 20 minutes, so...
Yes, that's a thing. That's unfortunately a thing.
Which is why we are racing for the marathon, because our odds of actually finishing under estimate are better with 2 people.
You know, the funny thing is the odds are so low that even with 2 people, well, actually,
I think we'll be okay.
Yeah, we got this. You just gotta believe. Gotta believe.
I actually even think that I think you've been at the dog race for like 10 minutes. Like even with that, you can beat estimate. What is frustrating about running this game besides betting?
Oh, where do we begin?
It's any luck-based thing, I think. That's like the speedrunner's bane. Like there's quite a few, like even weather. Like missing days because it's raining is like infuriating. Speaking of rain, but we're gonna use this time to do Elli's sick event, and we're also going to try to fish up some extra fish while we wait. As far as like general things, you know, it's like as someone who plays, you know, a few games in the series, I'm always like, God, why can't there just be a date display on the screen? Like other games have it. Like Magical Melody has the day, the time, and if it's a festival day. Like, why can't we have that in this
Well,
game?
you know, that's probably why they did it. Because they got done with this game and like, no, wait a second. No, wait a second.
Yeah.
What if?
Also, like Friends of Mineral Town, which came out like a year after this, has the ability to just pull things out of your rucksack without pausing, which is enormous. It would save so much time. So there are some like little like, oh, the game is dated, haha, but not too much. I actually find it pretty relaxing for the most part. Like we do have other categories. You know, this is a marriage run, which, you know, has the dog race, which is you know, RNG.
But if you want to go just for the affections, you have what the photos. You can go
Yeah.
for the photos if you don't want to do the dog race.
So we have
And it's-
the photo runs,
yeah.
which are basically 80% of a marriage run. It's almost entirely the same. You only have to get the girls to 200 affection, except for potpourri. The potpourri photo run is 2.5 minutes. But the other girls, you just have to get them to 200 affection and then do their photo event. Well, I've gotten quite a few days of rain in a row here. Yeah, I mean, the game actually holds up well. I guess dated is the wrong word. But, like, there were improvements made throughout the series that I think this game would benefit from, for sure. I was actually hoping, you know, when they released it on Wii U that they were going to do some kind of dual screen, you know, here's your rucksack on the bottom screen. But, you know, it's just wishful thinking.
Yeah, well, it's dangerous to change it, especially something that's nostalgic. You know, how many people would be like, oh, I don't remember a rucksack thing on the bottom. Like, why is there a time at the top left?
Yeah.
No, this isn't the game I remember. No.
Can't believe they changed it. And, like, meanwhile, all the speedrunners are like, oh, thank God.
I know what day it is. I know what time it is. I don't have to count to 7 when I enter the town screen. Which is what I'm doing here, because the festival doesn't start until 8 a.m.
Oh, you're talking about the dog race, yeah.
Yes, that I'm still at.
I do have Elli at a yellow heart today. Which, because I don't have my splits and I don't really remember Elli runs all that much, I can't tell you if this is good or bad.
Yeah, I'm using kind of an outdated, yeah, from one of our older runs. I'm using one of the old, what's the splits? Yeah, so I have a blue heart, green heart, yellow heart, but I'm doing the dog race first, so it's kind of backwards. Yeah, I hope we're not both at the dog race at the same time.
Well, I'm not even in fall yet, so you have time. I have to finish up her affection and do the bridge and do all that, so you've got time. And you basically get like 24 free affection because you got 2 additional festivals.
I would say if this were not, you know, normally I probably would have reset by now. I'm on what, day 4 or 5 of the dog race.
Yeah, I mean, well, normally we would be resetting if we lost the first dog race. Like, the first of 3. So yeah, he's obviously just gonna continue because it is the marathon run.
And all I have to do is beat you, right?
That's true. Cyrene says that he's read about how the code of the game is like very fragile, and that is true. It took them forever to get it on Virtual Console. And I mean, it actually runs surprisingly well, just like slightly slower load times.
I'd like to think they put it inside a shell. Like they took the original game and just put it inside of like an N64 shell.
Yeah.
I don't know how else you could do it and still maintain all of the just random glitches that happen.
That is true. Sherry asks if we have run any other Harvest Moon games.
Is there one that we haven't run?
Well, I think she's talking about us specifically and not the community as a whole.
Gotcha. Well, not me. That would be you.
I've done a few. I've done Celia runs in A Wonderful Life, which I don't miss and would not do any more of. I have done some Friends of Mineral Town and more Friends of Mineral Town. That's actually pretty recent. I've tried to learn Magical Melody, but it's way too advanced for my tiny N64 brain. And that's it for me. I guess I've started to learn Save the Homeland, but this is my true Harvest Moon love.
That's a good way to put it. All right, I have 2 6s. Should I bet on the top one or the bottom one?
Bottom.
Bottom.
Oh, don't listen to me. What if it's wrong? What's the best dog in the race, though?
Oh my goodness. Well, I got 5, 6, 6, 12, 31, 10.
Oh, 6s can beat 5s. 6s can beat 5s for sure.
No, I think this is the one. This is. I'm gonna be super sad if the wrong 6 wins. Like, 'cause I can't bet on both. I have to bet on just one of them.
Sherry, you definitely should speedrun the game. We don't have like a super detailed guide, but we are all like a bunch of
I'll take requests though. If there's a guide that you want, I can make one.
yeah, we're just like a bunch of friendly old dudes.
Yeah. #old. Wait, no.
We are pretty much consistently chatting about the game in the Discord channel. So yeah, if you have any questions about it, let us know.
Oh no, the wrong 6. The wrong 6 is winning. Oh, this is unfortunate. The 6 won. The wrong 6. The one I did not bet on won the race.
F's in the chat.
But that's how it goes. Welcome to dog racing.
Karaoke the Legend says, I need to get to drawing those pics for you, Oddtom. I don't know what that means, but...
Oh, no, I mean, I'm super procrastinating as well. Don't worry. In fact, I actually asked for those pictures because I keep putting it off, and it gives me inspiration to actually do something.
Are you going to share with class?
If we were finished, yeah. Oh, no. No, it's a photos routing guide.
Gotcha.
The hardest part so far is trying to figure out how to organize everything into a neat little package. And it's difficult.
Sherry, the easiest one to do, you could learn it in like less than an hour, is Karen. Like you could learn it in 10 minutes and then run it and get a time under an hour for sure. And then after that, I would say Potpourri. Oh, I actually got Elli's ankle and I didn't mean to. I was trying to fish.
Congratulations.
Yeah, I forgot. I actually forgot to do her dream as well. So whoops. We'll do
Well,
that
I mean,
now.
you could do that right now.
I did it. Yep. If sleeping does not strike your fancy, then I would say do potpourri. And if the marriage runs in general don't strike your fancy, I would pick your favorite girl and do the photo run.
And if you just wanted time, go for potpourri's photo.
I'm gonna check the bakery. Oh, I can't check the bakery because it's Monday, of course. There's also, I mean, I'm gonna keep pitching it because no one else has run it but me. But I think all recipes is really interesting.
All recipes. It is, especially with a new cow trick. Like,
Oddtom has run it, but he hasn't submitted his time. We did race it at one point.
Oh, I thought I failed that one. I thought I missed one single recipe.
You did miss it, but it didn't like kill the run. You had to. Oh wait, or unless it was the Cliff one. Cliff left, and we didn't get the. You remember?
I don't remember. That was.
You have to do Cliff.
A very long time ago.
You have to get Cliff's affection up because otherwise he will leave in winter, and
unless.
Yeah, well, unless he becomes the Harvest King, of course. There's so many little nuanced things to this game. There are definitely people who have committed to learning the game, and there's plenty of room on the leaderboard.
Because of things like the dog race.
Yes. Well, at this point, the marriage runs have been ground into the dust. Like, I've done enough runs that I think all of them now have first try dog races. But that doesn't mean they're like flawless runs. It's just like I ran it until I got the first try dog race.
And I don't know if you're watching mine, but you can kind of see how ridiculously rare that is.
First try dog race, easy every time.
Oh yeah, is it?
Well, I mean,
yeah, I went through and watched all your runs. I was like, yeah, you did. You got it every single time.
That is true.
Makes sense.
I only post the runs where I get it first try. So
I don't even remember what day I'm on. Probably 6th or 7th attempt on the dog race. I just don't have good luck today.
So I have Elli at pink.
See, my Ellie's probably at maybe blue. Maybe.
I am gonna start sleeping a bit because we have to get up there and we have to do the what's it called? Oh, I guess I could do her last day as her birthday day. Cause she'll get an extra 2. Yeah, we're gonna skip photo. We have no way to skip to the end of the day, and her photo happens at 6. So, unfortunately for us, we can't use that, but she should be good to go relatively soon. And then I will be where Oddtom will be, but that's gonna be in like quite a few minutes. I gotta sleep, I gotta do all the bridge work and stuff that he did, or all the hot springs work, and yeah. Hopefully Oddtom can get himself out of the dog race soon. Sherry says, I only have the English version of the game. Does the language make a huge difference? I can't tell you exactly. It doesn't make an enormous difference. It's going to depend on how many text boxes you have over the course of your run. In general, like Karen runs would probably only be like a minute or 2 minutes slower.
Which isn't a lot.
It's really not that much. Desert says rip timer. I don't know if you accidentally stopped your
Yeah,
timer.
mine. Yeah, I do that a lot. I was pretty sure I was not paying attention.
Do you have an undo?
I don't know what the button is for it,
Okay.
but honestly, I don't want to know what this time is. If I'm gonna be honest with you, this is not a time I would like to keep.
Okay. Well, at the very least, people can see the total duration of the run. From
That
my
should
timer.
be over. Yeah, we have the same time, but this one's not a keeper.
Well, I mean, I'm hoping that I don't have similar luck, because if I had similar dog race luck, I don't think we would be underestimate, but we'll see how it goes. So you're going to see me sleeping a bit here. I am on my way to start the cow work and the hot springs work.
You know, it'd be really funny if I won the race and I forgot to buy the lumber.
That, I mean, it would not be funny.
No, it would not be funny. That's true, but
There's like a tipping point when you start to have really bad luck in these dog races where you're like, man, I could have literally just chopped the lumber.
mm-hmm.
Desert has a PogChamp. Why is there a PogChamp? Did you win?
I won. I
Okay.
finally won one.
All right.
Which is why I said I had to remind myself to get the lumber.
Well, congratulations. I'm glad you're out.
You're about to head in. So
I have about, I would say 8 minutes, 7 or 8 minutes until I'm there. Maybe longer than that, actually. Because I have to sit through all the cutscenes as well. Yeah, I thought this fishing route wasn't going to be too bad, but
you got super lucky getting all those.
I thought it
I mean,
wasn't
if it
going
was
to
me,
be.
like small all the way.
I thought it wasn't going to be that bad, but just looking at this, like, there's no way that this is like world record worthy. And I haven't even made any mistakes except for like going once on a Monday to the bakery.
That doesn't make a lot of sense. How is it faster than chickens?
Well, it would be the saving the time of foraging, plus we still do have to wait for Rick every day, you know. So I thought maybe possibly it would be comparable to the chicken route.
I feel like it should be. Well, what's different?
I'm not sure, but I feel like I should have already. Like, I have to sit through 6-7 minutes of cutscenes, and I'm not even there. Like, if my dog races don't go bad, it's still gonna be fine. Underestimate, but this is not the dream run for sure.
The dream run.
I don't know, Desert. Maybe you can see something that I can't see from here, but I have to sleep quite a few more days and then still sit through the 5 days of hot springs work, which is easily going to be like 7 or 8 minutes, right? Like, I'm not crazy. Keep day checking my way to the cow work here. So we're coming up. I slept over all of the bridge work. Today we're going to be accepting the cow work from Doug. Doug asks us to watch over 3 cows. and take good care of them, and he'll pay us. And what we do instead is we literally ignore the cows. And then he still gives us money. So there's actually no way to get more money than the amount of money he gives us for completely ignoring them. So he gives us $1,000 for free. You're going to see me day check a few more times in winter, because this is the part where if I accidentally sleep one too many, I'm going to have to spend 15 minutes sleeping around the year. So this is Mana and her son. She tells me, thank you for ignoring my cows. Then Doug comes back and tells me how horrible of a job I did.
And gives you the money.
And hands me $1,000.
That's good. All right, so I'm past the dog race, and I'm onto the affection route. So it's we've kind of both finished opposite ends of this run, and it's up to who can finish the other half first.
And if I get lucky at the dog race, it's gonna be me.
Yeah. Assuming you don't take 8 days to get through the dog race, which should not take 8 days.
No, I'll be disappointed if I don't get it on the first day.
Hey, you're welcome to forfeit. Just, give the race to me. I wouldn't mind.
I don't even know if that's going to be possible. Do you know if we started early or did we start late?
What do you mean?
Like,
Oh, we started, I'm pretty sure we started early.
We did start early? Okay.
I think
well,
we did.
I just don't want to go too far over. Like, we can go over a little bit. But, I don't want to... I know Ember's coming up next with his Save the Homeland. So, okay, Cruel confirms we did start early. But I think it was probably only a few minutes early. But yeah, I think we have another... We probably have another, 30 minutes.
Oh, yeah. I know I do, at least. I'm running the affection route, so... Yeah, I know I do. I don't know how long that dog race is going to take you.
Yeah, well, I think we'll both be able to finish. I mean, I can't promise that because the dog race is the dog race, but I think we should both be able to finish. Yeah, Cruel says it's fine if one of us ends up going over a bit, so...
I mean, I would like to finish. At this point, I've got it.
Yeah, you've done the hard part. So you'll see me ignoring Elli a few times here. There's these little cutscenes that happen where if you talk to her outside when she's on your farm, she'll give you a cookie or give you a brownie or whatever baked goods she brings, but it doesn't do anything for affection, so we just ignore it. It does increase your happiness, but happiness is irrelevant for marriage runs, ironically. It would be kind of messed up if we needed X amount of happiness before we could get married. Since it's a very invisible statistic, and we have no way of knowing what it is.
Yeah, it'd be more realistic.
It would definitely be. I mean, can you imagine if your character just like looked at the screen and was like, "Yeah, I'm actually just too depressed to get married."
And said, "No, I can't do this." Isn't that what they do in The Sims?
Is it? I don't know.
Yeah, they like break the third wall. They stare at the screen. And they're like, "Why don't I have a TV?"
Oh yeah, little thought bubbles. Hey, Vicky Voltron. Vicky Voltron. Speaking of people who learned this game in an afternoon, she learned the Karen run pretty much instantly. So I think this should be my last day of money. I think. Yeah, I should be at 6,000 right now. So now I'm going to sleep a couple days while nervously checking the day each time I sleep. Because I do not want to miss the dog race. Okay, dog race on winter 19. So hopefully I don't pull an Oddtom.
Is that a thing now?
Well, it changes definition, but right now pulling an Oddtom is going to be taking 8 days to finish up the dog race.
Just like a catch-all term.
It would be cool to do a category that has you get all the collectibles for your house, like the lottery stuff, mugs. I know there's like the rug, the big turtle.
Ooh. You know, we have to write out what all the things are, though.
Yeah, I don't have a list. So. Oh my god. I got like excellent odds on the first race. I'm not doing anything. I'm not doing anything crazy in regards to like the betting strat. I'm just holding up. What is it? 84
for 6.
Yeah. Oh, I can't afford 7. How did you afford 6 and 7? You're a liar.
I did 4 of each day to get +3 for.
Gotcha.
I didn't even finish the whole sentence. You knew what I was saying. Yeah, I worked.
You got extra money.
4 Hot
Yeah.
Springs days.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's it. I have 8,300 total.
So this is my corner ritual. You have to hit the corners of the town square in the right order, and that manipulates the dog race.
Sounds like an Ocarina of Time kind of thing.
It's true. You're gonna see right now when I win.
Yeah, correlation equals causation. Absolutely.
I didn't win, I don't think. Just kidding. First try dog race.
Wait, what?
Yep, on a 25 odd.
Get out of here.
500 medals exactly.
Well, I guess that's a good showcase of what the dog race can do.
For that happening in a marathon is so funny. That is so dumb. I'm actually gonna walk over to the lumber thing to even check that I've got the lumber. Like, why couldn't this happen on like a world record pace? Okay, I literally have the lumber. This is nuts. That is too funny. I mean, I'm expressing my heartfelt condolences to you, but
as is the usual.
Yeah, that's rough. I did okay. Yeah, I'm trying to make sure I didn't screw up. Like I didn't actually spend my money instead of.
You could just not save. I don't think it will if it's well.
No, I'm good. I have my money and my lumber. Well, I was gonna try to fish up another fish, but nothing's biting on the carpenter side of the river.
Are you just fishing for funsies now? Is that?
No,
right.
I might actually be short a few points here.
Fair enough.
We'll see. I did gift her the last day on her birthday, so I might actually be totally fine. We'll see.
If not, you have the 23rd. You can just dance with her. There's like 12 right there.
Wait. 23rd of what? You mean the going into spring?
Yeah,
We don't go into spring here.
Oh.
We're having a winter wedding.
All right.
Ellie's gonna look beautiful in white in the snow. Unless she's, short affection points, in which case,
oh well. You're gonna get rejected.
Well, the feather won't even be there. We'll see.
Oh, that's right. Rick has your back.
Okay, this is the
propose to
24th.
someone.
The carpenters are done. It is not snowing, so Rick will be available. I gave her Desert my last day. She was already at Pink. I gave her a fish and a music box, and it was her birthday. So I think we're good to go. If we're not good to go, then what I'm going to do is I am going to run out to the river real quick, try to fish something up, and give it to her.
Why don't you just give her a normal gift? It's only about one difference.
I do have something, and I have small fish in my bag that I can give her.
That should be plenty.
Well, if she's short 2, she'll get 2 from a talk and a gift. I'm about to open Rick's, so I'll let you guys know if the blue feather's there. The blue feather's not there, so she's short. I'm not going to risk it. I'm just going to run to the river. If she is short, she's got to be short, like... I would say less than 3, but I haven't done the math. I fished up a medium. Okay.
It's just so easy. Let me just fish up a medium fish. There we go. Okay.
Easy every time, dude. And the blue feather is there.
Nice.
And we are about to give this baker a blue feather. Yeah, blue feather proposal is on my bucket list. I've seen the blue feather rings as well, Desert. I think they're kind of cool. I've seen necklaces and stuff too. So I'm about to be finished. Do you want me to stop my timer, or should I let the timer go for Oddtom's sake?
I'm planning on running mine out either way.
All right, guys, are you ready for marriage? So a 119.13. So that's
119.
119. That's solid. That is exceptionally good.
That's about a minute better than my best.
That is very, very good for a marathon run. Like I am very happy with that. I got very lucky the whole way through. Nice winter wedding. So as is tradition, I'm gonna go for the handhold. Gotta hold hands with your wife. It's a little tough with Ellie because she is she's kind of thick, but there is like a very, you can at least touch her hand. That's pretty good. Okay. Oddtom, I'm with you till the end of the line, but
fair enough.
How's it going?
Yeah, I think she's around. What's that?
How's it going?
She's around 100.
All right.
Meh.
Cruel. I don't know if. Oh, we would actually lose commentary if we did that. I was gonna say we could switch to your audio, but.
Oh yeah, you're the one that. Yeah, it's set up on yours.
Oh, you know what I could do? Oh, that would be totally unsynced.
Yeah, don't do that. Whatever it is.
Hit undo on timer. Yeah, give me a second, because I also don't know my undo hotkey.
I remember I looked mine up and then I immediately forgot.
Okay, so I hit undo on my timer. Mine was a 119.13. And so your timer's going again.
All right, yeah, it's actually probably better that we started early, because I spent about 2 to 3 times what we should have spent on that dog race.
It's all right, because your hard part is done. Is your kitchen built?
Yes.
Yeah, you're good, man. You're basically just going to keep doing repetitive days here, and one of the times you go to Rick, the blue feather's going to be there.
Just one day I'm going to wake up and all my hard work will have paid off.
She's going to be ready, dude.
I just have to keep throwing eggs at her. That's how you do it, right? You just give her eggs every single day for a month. That's how it works, right?
So I'm gonna say right now that the fishing, to anyone out there who might be interested in running Ellie, the fishing is not the way to go. Stick with chickens. She gets an additional 1 affection for every egg, so you have to do less days with chickens. But overall, the fishing time, it was totally fine. A 119 is very, very good, but that was also like an ideal run.
Yeah, that was ridiculously good. First try dog race. What is that?
All right. Well, now I can answer questions in the chat and stuff. Yeah, Vicky, you're right. She does own it. I mean, she gets a little insecure about it, but she knows. Why is this in Japanese? It's in Japanese because the Japanese text is faster than English. Not by a considerable amount, but by enough that we opted to use it. There's also the added benefit that the Japanese cartridge is like significantly cheaper, like 20% of the price of a normal cartridge, or an English cartridge.
Normal.
And it's very, very easy to modify any N64 to play Japanese games. All you have to do is, what I do is I took the back off of an English cartridge and put it on the back of my Harvest Moon 64 Japanese, and done. I didn't even modify my system. I modified the game. So I paid $12. It is faster, but I can't understand what the characters are saying. So when you've played the game so much, like, I could almost tell you verbatim what each character is saying when I talk to them. And it's just because I've played the game so much on English that I just know.
It's very repetitive. It is.
Yeah, there's I think in a marriage run, we probably have I don't know, less than 40 unique dialogue boxes.
That sounds about right. 40.
But
it's probably over.
It's a speed run, so the faster versions went out. I would actually prefer to play English because there are certain text boxes that we are looking for in some of the categories, but Japanese does end up saving a significant amount of time. Plus, I mean, I just can't talk enough about the difference in price. I got the Japanese cartridge for $11, and I bought an English cartridge for $65. So, big difference.
So I think Elli's around 120 now, and 160 and 180 is when it gets interesting because you get her special events. The ankle sick, I think 160. You do her dream event, ankle.
Dream is 160, but you should be good for the sick event at any point now. Sick event is 120, dream is 160, and ankle is 180. Yellow heart happens at 156, so most of the time they'll hit yellow heart and dream ready on the same day, but not always. Desert says everyone ran all photos on English at first. That's very true. All the early runs of all photos were English because there was a lot that we had to read, but now even those are done on Japanese because we've practiced it to the point that we don't need it.
Yeah, you just look for the pitchfork. You just look for that little trident.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know if Karaoke's still here or who was it that tried to translate it, but it's the word for mountain. Was it mountain?
Oh, I think it was mountain. It may have been a mixture, or two kanjis together that was supposed to mean mountain, but it means something else. I don't know.
Yeah, but so Oddtom and I basically have a visual cue for the harvest sprite. As soon as he gives us the pitchfork, we're good to go. Karaoke's laughing at us. So I would like to talk about the run coming up next. Our very own Ember Pinball is going to be running Save the Homeland. He's going to be doing one of the endings of Save the Homeland, of which there are... Oh God, I should have learned this before I opened my mouth. I think there are 8 endings. Maybe there are 12. I'm not sure why those numbers are jumping out in my head, but there are a certain amount of endings, and Ember Pinball is going to be running the theoretically fastest ending. Demo, go to the New Year's Eve festival so we can get that music. Yeah, I'm on it, dude. Feasible Weasel just bought a blue feather bracelet. Was that on Etsy? Oh, Desert wanted me to go to the New Year's Eve festival, and I literally slept, and now it's spring 1.
Nice.
So,
We'll go to the New Year's Day festival.
New Year's festival.
Oh, it's raining, but it's a Sunday. So no stick events.
Yeah, you know, you gotta treat yourself. If you guys want to buy blue feather bracelets, you know what? Do it.
That's the spirit.
I have no idea if I've ever even heard this festival music. I mean, I guess I have, because I remember going to the festival and drinking myself silly, but...
Well, it's not repetitive. You don't hear it every single day.
That is true.
In every single screen. It makes it kind of special.
Here's my wife drinking with Potpourri and her mom. Karen and Ann getting drunk. Maria and her mom. Maria has no friends, just her mom. Rick by himself. That's my guy right there. It wouldn't be possible without this man. Feasible Weasel is in our Discord. If you don't know that, where have you been? Grote says, wait, Maria is the mayor's daughter? Yes? Wait. What? You've played the game. That's like one of her 3 character traits. Alright, I gotta see this blue feather bracelet. Oh my god. It's got all the heart colors and a blue feather. Yeah, Maria's mom, if that was a bachelorette option, you better believe it. Well, okay, so now's a good time, I guess, to talk about some of the differences in all of the different games, right? So Back to Nature has, like, the same cast of characters and Friends of Mineral Town. But, like, Maria in Harvest Moon 64 is actually Mary in those games. Mayor's wife, which, you know, I only have ever known in my youth as Mayor's wife, is actually Anna. The mayor, who I've only ever known as the mayor, is Thomas. Zach in Friends of Mineral Town and Back to Nature. In Harvest Moon 64, he's just the shipper. And all the relationships are different, which is actually, like, really odd. If you grew up playing one or the other, then you might be very confused when, you know, people are in different kinds of relationships.
Alright, so I'm at the Second Year Flower Festival, and I didn't vote on a goddess. Hopefully it's not going to be Elli. I can get a quick 12 here. Hopefully it's Potpourri. I'm putting my money on Potpourri.
Mana is in Harvest Moon 64. We saw her briefly during this run. she's only in the game for a few days when you're watching her cows. And we didn't actually know this, but you can find her and her son in the game world during those 5 days. Mana actually shows up at the bar, and her son shows up in Doug and Ann and Gray's barn. And try as we might, we could not find a way to spam their affection. Explain stealing her cows. Sure. So another thing that we, a discovery just made, had to be less than a month ago, or right around a month ago. A guy came into our Discord and said, hey, I want to find something for you guys. And we're like, cool, go for it. Not expecting it to, bear any fruit. But we're like, yeah, it would be really cool if you could find a way to steal Mana's cows. We get 3 cows, and the game thinks they're our cows because it offers us a milker in Rick's shop, so the game is technically counting them as our cows. And we messed around with it on emulator and locked the day, and we slept a bunch of times, and those baby cows did turn into adult cows that we could milk. We changed the date to fall 4 or fall 3. We could enter those cows in the cow festival. So we knew that the game was actually counting those cows as our own. It's just that if you play on Winter 5, you accept the cows on fall 30, and you play on Winter 5, the cows get taken away from you. However, a user by the name of Crazy Corn Dog, he figured it out in like an afternoon. He's like, oh, if you push someone over 160 affection and you end the day, like stay up all night until the day forces you to switch to the next day, until the game forces you to switch to the next day, then their dream text will come up, and that will somehow, some way, skip Winter 5 completely. So you go from Winter 4, you stay up all night, the dream text happens, and then it's Winter 6. And sure enough, if you do that, the cows stay there and they remain yours. So that had some really big... It wasn't as much of a time save as we were hoping it was going to be, but it was still... It saved like 20 minutes in all photos, which is at this point is a lot. It's a lot of time. How's it going, Oddtom?
I feel like I broke the music box.
I
got the dream event, so we're at one. Give me a second here. I don't remember if I talked to her before doing the dream event or not, and that's why I don't know if I broke the music box. But I'm high enough right now that it shouldn't matter. I just did her dream event, so she should be around 180. And it sounds like it's raining today, so I'm gonna skip today.
Did you pick up the fishing pole?
Good question. I'm pretty sure I did.
Well, I would recommend doing it before she gets to ankle level.
Yeah, it's too late.
Okay. All right.
She's at ankle level. Yeah, I believe she's at 180-ish.
Okay. So they want me to drink at the festival. The problem is if I do this...
it only takes one.
It's only going to take one drink. Because I have no alcohol tolerance right now. I've not had anything to drink this whole run. So I kind of wanted to keep the jammin' music, but I'll have a drink with my wife. This text box, I can't tell you what it says because I don't know if I've ever been to the New Year's festival in the Japanese version. I have no idea what she's saying right now. And I'm drunk.
That's all it takes. That's funny.
Oh, I actually do remember this text box. The shipper is like, wow, what a lightweight, idiot. And he, like, throws you over his shoulder and takes you
Carries
back
you
to the
home.
house, yeah.
Hey, so the ankle event, after the ankle event, can you go inside the bakery? Is she still there?
The ankle event totally removes her from the game world.
Okay, I thought so.
Desert says your wife will drink if she's pregnant. I did not know that.
Nice.
Oh, you know what I should have done? I didn't really think about it. I could have probably built the baby bed. Oh no, she's not anywhere near 250. Never mind. Let's watch some TV.
Yeah, my chicken has been sick for about a week and a half straight. Talking about luck in this game.
Please.
So when it rains there, the chickens get sick and they don't give you eggs for 3 days.
Please don't let it die.
Oh no, I mean it's still alive. It's just not giving me any eggs. But my Ellie's yellow now, about 200.
Okay, not bad. We're
Not bad
almost
for
there.
Going in like an hour and a half.
Do you want to know the time right now?
Not particularly.
Okay, all right.
Is it, oh wait, are we going like 2 hours?
No. Cruel will cut us off. We're not anywhere near that point.
Gotcha.
Oh yeah, people are making requests here now for me though. Like I'm gonna do the out of bounds glitch and gonna do the potpourri photo. So
Oh yeah, awesome.
there's I'm not just standing around. Well, I was for a while, but not anymore. I'm actually gonna reset here real quick because I have the invisible wall right now, which it's
Oh,
basically
you don't have a chicken, do you?
it's any time that you pick up an item, the game like puts up a bunch of invisible walls around the borders of the game world because it doesn't want you to, it like desperately doesn't want you to put the thing out of bounds. So if we just reset, we clear that though, and now I'm going to be able to jump out of bounds. And one of the interesting things about the farm is that you can find the entrances to some of the extensions before you even buy them. So if I jump out of bounds here, which is easier said than done, so you can see that I'm like out of bounds. I'm off the map, right? So if I go to this corner and I walk down and hit A, you can see I entered a building. Well, that's kind of weird. So I'm actually inside the greenhouse. And you can use this repeatedly. You can use this every day to plant stuff, and you can use a greenhouse without it actually being anywhere on your farm. And then when you exit the greenhouse, it spits you out right where the greenhouse would normally spit you out. So, right here. Desert, can I actually get Potpourri's photo? Now that I'm married? I don't even know if I can.
Interesting. It's worth looking into.
I'll certainly try it. If I can't, I'll just delete the file and start a new one. Cruel asks, is that greenhouse useful in any category? And I have to tell you, it could be. There are certain, like in all recipes, for example, you could use it. the problem is, like, the real purpose of the greenhouse is to be able to buy strawberries, and you can't buy strawberries unless the greenhouse is actually built. But if you buy corn in summer and you purposely put them in we call it the phantom greenhouse.
Yeah, corn is definitely the most useful, especially for Anne. If you're doing the photos and it gets to wintertime, there aren't any gifts you can give her. But keeping corn in the greenhouse, you can give her corn over and over and over.
Yeah.
And it never goes away. Usually the corn dies at the end of the summer, but if it's in the greenhouse, it'll stick around.
Yeah, so it has uses in all photos if you are using basil, especially, because you can make corn for Basil and Anne and keep it year-round. And also you can sell corn for a decent amount of money. Corn is the most cost-efficient crop.
All right, so I just picked up my blue feather, 2 hours in. 2 hours and 12,000 dog races later.
You're not anywhere near 2 hours. But Cruel does want to know how long you expect left. So he's got the proposal and sleeping, so he is almost done.
37 seconds? Let's say 42 seconds.
He's almost done.
Less than a minute for sure.
Good timing on Cruel's part.
I have literally 2 days left to sleep in, and I got...
Oh, was that time?
No, this is a Saturday. Oh, no, that is time. Yeah, that's it. This is a Sunday. I thought it was Saturday.
All right. Well, I hit the timer for you. It's probably still showing up under my thing. But...
Yeah, I think 118 is my best, so this is not exactly my best, but...
Well, if you subtract, 30 minutes of dog race, that's not a bad time.
All right, well, there you go. That is... That's Ellie.
Real quick, thank you everybody so much for watching and supporting. Please follow Oddtom, please follow me, please follow Desert if you like Harvest Moon 64, because we are we're doing marriage runs, we're doing photo runs, we're doing all photos. It's a good time, and please join the Discord and ask questions if you want to run the game. We're all really helpful. So
yeah, definitely something for everyone. All sorts of different categories for the collectibles, for the photos, for the this one's just a marriage run, but there's all sorts of categories.
And good luck to Ember, and I think G Hines is going to be doing some commentary as well. So G Hines is like the big brain behind Save the Homeland, so it should be very informative. So stay tuned.
Yeah, that's a good combo. I didn't know G Hines was in there.
Okay, thank you everybody so much. Cruel, feel free.